Hello, everyone. This is Meister, the BitcoinMeister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is July the 15th, 2020. Strong hand. Irreversible transactions. That one's really important for today. Buy and hold. This game is not rigged. Golden age of the 2020s. Having hype. Oh yeah, 2024. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. Unconfiscatable. Be a unique beast. I am offended by selling. Hello, my elite friends. Oh, we have breaking news for you today. Oh, it's going to be a fun one. If you've got questions, I've got answers. I think you're going to have questions today. Please put them in the chat right now. Let's get this party started with the news that's everyone's talking about on Twitter right this second, and that is there's been a hack of Twitter, and whoever hacked it is breaking into any account he wants to and asking for Bitcoin, doing the Bitcoin scam thing. You send me a Bitcoin, I'm going to send you Bitcoin back. This is, for me, this is a very positive for Bitcoin. Now, a lot of you are saying, well, what the heck are you talking about here? People are going to lose money. This entity, whatever this entity is, well, they gained access to every Twitter account. And the first thing that came to their mind was Bitcoin. I'm going to get me some Bitcoin because of this. Now they're doing it in a pretty and I just want to remind everyone, they didn't steal people's passwords. It appears they got into someone's account at Twitter who has access to all the Twitter accounts. So this is a weakness on Twitter's part. You're not they didn't figure out Bill Gates's password. They didn't figure out Elon Musk's password. They figured out how to get into every single account. Now that's on Twitter right there. So this is not a positive for Twitter, but so this person has access, this entity has access to the richest man in the world's, or the second richest man in the world's Twitter account, Bill Gates. And what does he choose to do with it? Ask for Bitcoin. And it's the typical, $5,000 Bitcoin. Some of it has to do with they bring up the virus, all these weird concoctions that are so scammy. It's so obvious that these accounts have been hacked. This is what you must remember. First off, never send your Bitcoin to anyone that says they're going to send you more Bitcoin. That's like lesson number one in social media Bitcoin, okay? But so many people have failed that lesson. This hack has shown that plenty of people, they sent Bitcoin to these people. These people were able to gain Bitcoin from people. People fell for it. People keep falling for it. Now, it shows the power of Bitcoin that it is irreversible. These guys are criminals, okay? The guys who are putting this on, they're criminals. They know if they want to perpetrate a crime, and they know they're going to be able to get away with it. In other words, once the money is sent to them, you can't get it back. You use Bitcoin, okay? You use Bitcoin right there. So people looking at this unemotionally, okay, pure statistics, can see that Bitcoin, what it means to be irreversible, an irreversible transaction, okay? PayPal, they couldn't do this with PayPal. Break into everybody's account and say, hey, PayPal me $100, I'll send you $200 back. No, PayPal it would all be reversed. That's it. Bitcoin, it can't be reversed. So some people are going to say that's negative. No, it's final. Personal responsibility is a new counterculture. When you make a transaction, it's final with Bitcoin. Get used to it. This is where the big boys play. Pound that like button. So since it's all of Twitter that has been hacked here, okay? So you could be some social justice warrior in Canada. You could be in South America. You could be wherever. You're starting to see some of your favorite Twitter accounts are asking for something called Bitcoin and talking about something called cryptocurrency. So Bitcoin's getting a lot of free advertising. There are all these articles out there. Now, CNN, Fox, and Drudge have not reported on this yet because they're so obsessed with the nonsense of the politics today, but they will eventually. They will eventually. Because this is real news. the second biggest social media platform. Someone has total access to it that isn't Jack Dorsey. I mean, this is wild stuff. So there are plenty of people writing about this, articles all over, and it says Twitter Bitcoin hack, or it mentions Bitcoin, it mentions Twitter hack. All these people all around the world are going to learn about Bitcoin. Some people are going to be totally turned off. They're going to associate it with crime, with Bitcoin, but then some are going to be like, well, irreversible, and they're going to look up Bitcoin and see it's going up in value, and what is this? And it's clearly some futuristic thing because it's involved with Twitter. So I look on the bright side of all of this. And it's publicity for Bitcoin. It's a day we will remember. I think it's a lot of people in the space will definitely remember it. A lot of all your Twitter crypto dudes, they are all freaking out. It's kind of funny, some of the stuff. And I'm just seeing if anybody. So yeah, if anyone ever promises to send you Bitcoin, if you send them Bitcoin, please come on, people. How do people keep falling for it? So yes, pound that like button, people. People are saying good afternoon because you're in California, dude. How's it over there? Please, people, ask some questions. We got time for questions here. I'm glad I was able to get the show off. We had some technical difficulties there, but okay. So what is next here on my list? Oh, remember, John Vallis is going to be on This Week in Bitcoin on Friday. I don't know who else is going to be on. Follow me on Twitter, guys. TECHBALT. I tweeted out the breaking news over there. Defiance over compliance. Bitcoin pride. Be proud that you're stacking sats, people. Be proud that you're successful. Be proud that you're in the overlay. We're living in such a victim culture today, where success is not is looked down upon. You are successful because you own Bitcoin. And remember, the name of the show is the One Bitcoin Show. If your first step to success is getting that first Bitcoin. And I'm just saying, here, I'm going to read what Nick Carter said. Everything is linked to below. They had access to every Twitter account on Earth, and they chose to engage in low-grade crypto scamming. Unimaginative, frankly. Well, they value their wealth in Bitcoin that much. Now, they didn't have to. It's pretty low grade. I mean, you're right about that. How could anyone fall for this? But plenty of people are falling for it. Yeah, so it's simultaneous. Well, obviously, if they have access to everybody's Twitter account, of course they're going to do it at the same time. Oh man! So all the articles are below. You can see who got hacked. And I don't think it's even over yet. I think as I'm doing this show, I don't know if they've gained access back to this. Here's the rumor from Malware Tech Blog. He says, hearing a lot of unconfirmed rumors, a Twitter employee with access to the user management panel was hacked. Yeah, it looks like that. It looks like that. Remember, dudes, Beyond Bitcoin Show is every Saturday on my backup channel. Subscribe to it. It is linked to below. DisruptMeister.com. You get all over 1,700 of my videos I've ever been in before that involve Bitcoin. Seriously, listening comprehension, people. Not enough of you actually check out the archives, DisruptMeister.com. Because you ask me questions and it's like straight up there. People ask questions when I mentioned it in the video. There's listening comprehension. Come on. So, okay, we're moving on. I see a question. Before we get to the PPP stuff, Just by Bitcoin says, how long do you think I have to get rid of old bags of fiat? Cashless society seems to be gaining steam. You'll always be able to get rid of your bag of fiat. You're slowly but surely, though, as time goes by, as each day passes, that fiat will get you basically less and less Bitcoin. You should think of it that way. That's a good attitude to have. That this fiat. Well, I'm talking about the dollar. If you're in some third world country right now, developing country, oh, dude, you got to get rid of your bag of fiat right now, right this second. Stop watching the show. Pound that like button first. But yeah, if you're in a developing country, and I know you're not just by Bitcoin. If you're in a developing country, you got a bag of fiat. Oh my, get out of it. First tier country, every day that goes by, you're missing out a little bit. I think. Even though I know the price varies, it might go down to 8,000 again. Okay, then all right. For me, it's not. I don't try to time. Don't try to time. I've given examples when you try to time, and then it never goes back to $750, and then you never got that 750 Bitcoin. And so let's talk about the PPP. Speaking about fiat freaks, banks stand to make $18 billion in PPP processing fees from the CARES Act. So this is from The Intercept. The fact that banks are siphoning money off the relief program is thanks to the fact that the United States had no existing public infrastructure ready to quickly get money out to struggling businesses when the pandemic hit. Fisher characterized it as a failure of preparedness, adding, "We should have invested in better systems." All right, so if you own a business and the government shut you down like a fascist government does, and it picks winners and losers, you had to beg the government to give you a PPP loan to pay your employees, okay? And you could only do it through a bank. And the banks, of course, in such a corrupt, whenever you have a government program, there's all sorts of waste. So the banks are like, well, let's charge some fees here. We had to do the work. We had to distribute the money. Let's charge. So they're ripping off the government, or who knows? You can call it what. The point is that this example, maybe this will lead some of the people in government to say, this is why we need a Fed coin. This is why we need all businesses in America to have an account with the Federal Reserve, so we can avoid these bank fees, and we could have just sent them their Fed coin to their Fed coin address, and it would have been done instantly. That's it. So I can see this being twisted into, okay, yeah, we failed. The banks did, and next time we're going to have a Fed coin. This is a reason we should. We should. And people say, you know what? That sounds great. I want to be part of this Fed coin process. I want to have a Fed coin account with the Federal Reserve. So the next time the government the government decides to randomly shut everything down, that I'll be able to get, instead of having to deal with the bank and have them take some of the money, I'll get even more money. Yeah, you see how this could be twisted here? But there's what's going on here. For all the people that think government programs are great and banks are so evil, dude, when it's out there, when the opportunity is out there, everybody jumps at it to take their piece of these inefficient government programs. Don't participate in FedCoin. Don't let this allow you to become a fan of FedCoin over Bitcoin. How about that? Because they'll also say, oh, Bitcoin, no, we couldn't have done this with Bitcoin. We can only do this with our own private coin. All right. So speaking about altcoins, because FedCoin will be an altcoin one day, and it will be. We should have invested in a better system, they said, but we should have had FedCoin. And they will spin it. This will be spun for a reason to have FedCoin. You do not have to be part of FedCoin. Now, CoinMarketCap, I noticed they are into subliminally defining the top tier altcoins now. If you go to CoinMarketCap, and so many people do, you will notice there's a change. Below the first 10 coins, there is now a banner ad. Ooh. So that kind of differentiates, that splits off the top 10 from the rest of them, and they get to make, it's their business. Hey, this is where the big boys play. If they want to have a big banner ad in the middle of their page, well, at the top of their page, let them do it. But it's just a new way of suggesting what the top tier altcoins are. Hey, you'll notice on my videos, I don't put ads in the middle of it. That's my choice. They can put ads in the middle of their page. That's their choice. Andy Hoffman has a tweet poll out there. You should take place. You should participate. How much of the volume is fake on Bitfinex, on Bitfinance, and on Binance? And it's just, and people are answering 90%. It is just such, it's so wild west out there. You do have to wonder sometimes about these numbers, even on the ones that are supposed to be reliable. And hey, but so many of you think you're traders, and so hey, go play in that space where who knows what's fake volume and what's not fake volume. So on that note, we're going to talk about Tuur Demeester, because Tuur Demeester has been on my show, and so has Andy Hoffman, best freaking guest in the space. Tuur Demeester has been on the show a few times, and he's a great. I read his Twitter every day, Now, I definitely do not agree with him on a lot of things. But one thing we've known about Twitter, about Tuur for a while, is that he's not only a fan of Bitcoin, but he is a trader. He's a trader of Bitcoin. He's a trader of commodity stocks. And he's been in a lot of things before. Okay, cool. He's an honest guy. He really kind of lays it all out there sometimes. I think in his early life, I'm pretty sure he suffered through some very tragic experiences, actually. But one thing that he has tweeted about Ethereum for a while. I've had him on my show talking about Ethereum, and he doesn't believe, in the technicals of Ethereum. Okay, he's not a fan of it that way. But at the same time, he looks at charts and everything like that, and he tweets out opinions. And he gave a trader-like opinion that he thinks Ethereum's going up, okay, the chart. And so he got ravaged on by some people. But the Bitcoin Inquisition came for him because he said something good about Ethereum. And there are people that think, Ethereum's a scam. How could you say anything good about Ethereum? Now, he didn't say anything good technically about Ethereum. He's just talking about the price of Ethereum, okay? And he is a trader. Okay, and traders are going to speak about trading, but people love scapegoats. People love to find scapegoats, and when you're a guy that puts yourself out there like Tuur does, Tuur, excuse me, I call him Tuur, pound that like button. You're gonna get the Inquisition is going to come for you one day if you say a word other than Bitcoin. So this shouldn't have come as a surprise to him, and he made a video about it, and the video it's very thoughtful. It talks about ethics, but let me tell you something. It puts him out there to be scapegoated again. But people be like, "Oh, see, he's making excuses. Look how he's trying to be so smart about it. Ha ha ha!" And you can't engage. You can't when you are being scapegoated. Don't engage. Don't argue. These people are using you. They're using you to make a bigger name out of them, because that's what so many people use Twitter and social media for, this, to scapegoat others and to send them to Bitcoin Inquisitions so that they can grow, okay? So that more people they don't care about hurting other people. They don't care about learning anything, which is Twitter. You can learn so much. They use it as a tool of promotion by ripping on others, destruction. And of course, I am create, compete, don't complain, create, don't destroy. So all these people, they're complaining about him. They're not creating. They're trying to destroy so that they build themselves up. So some of the people in the Bitcoin space. Now, I know there's some altcoin people that are like, well, he's a hypocrite. He's not a hypocrite. He's not a hypocrite because he's not saying Ethereum's good now. He's just saying, he's being unemotional about it and saying, the price chart is so you can watch the video. And a lot of people are misinterpreting. That's another thing out there. People just they're so impulsive. They'll just misinterpret your words. I mean, I have said like the words Decred before, and when I say Decred, people are like, "Oh, that's an endorsement of Decred. He's telling me to buy Decred." No, it's not. Just because a person says a word doesn't mean it's an endorsement of it. But here in social media, crypto, Bitcoin land, you never know what you're going to get when you get sent to the Inquisition. Does anyone want to hear the story of how someone tried to send me to the Inquisition? I got an inquisitional DM a few months before the halving. I've been saving the story. In the comments section, tell me if you want to hear the story about someone out there. And I'm not going to name who it is, but there's someone out there that everybody knows who it is. It contacted me, and it was very surprising, to say the least. Well, that'll be for another show. Okay, we get Just Buy Bitcoin says, have plenty of Bitcoin and still buy every week. This is cash, not bank money. About 10 years of bills. All right. Sci-Fi 67 says he uses CoinGecko. Yeah, that's a way to avoid the. But CoinMarketCap dominates the market capitalization listing pages. It just does. It could change. All right, now, finally, and I just want to, and we're still on the Tuur Demeester thing. I just want to say the ethics of scam coin trading is what he titled his video, where he explains himself. And it's not his fault that people don't read the fine print, which is basically not paying attention. Okay, it's not actually fine print. If someone is presenting you a subject matter, you can't just pay attention to like 80% of what they're talking about and then accuse them of things that just aren't true. Okay, you didn't read the fine print. You didn't pay attention. You didn't have reading or listening comprehension. Okay, it's not Tuur Demeester's fault that people do not understand what he's saying. Okay, do not fully pay attention and pick and choose little words that he uses and then try to vilify him for that. But that's what the Inquisition is about. That's what being reactionary and impulsive is about. And yeah, people are just finding scapegoats. People are angry. Some of these traders and people, they just are angry that they've lost so much Bitcoin and or Ethereum or whatever. And they're like, well, I took someone's advice. And that means I sort of took Tuur's advice, even though he didn't give advice. And so I'm going to blame him for my problems. It all boils down to people blaming other people for their problems. That's all it is. They have problems. They see someone prominent, they think slip off. Okay, it's his fault that I had a problem. All right. No, it's your fault that you don't understand what the dude is saying. It's your fault for buying and trading and not fully understanding trading and being involved in trading and all that stuff. All right, dudes, let's see if there are any questions. If not, I am out of here. All right, that is it. Well, there's, who knows? Maybe we'll get a lot of newbies because of this Twitter hack thing. It should be really interesting to see what happens the next few hours. So you got some breaking news. Pound that like button. I'm AdamMeister, the BitcoinMeister, the DisruptMeister. Subscribe to the channel and the backup channel. Follow me on Twitter at TechVault. Tomorrow, you'll get another show because you get a new show here every day. That is conviction. Listening comprehension, people. Listening comprehension. See ya. I'll say hi to you. Bye-bye.